from our audio-visual studios right here in Itimian Crescent, Victoria Island, Lagos. This is Global Review on Hard Facts, and today we turn our attention to East Africa, specifically Kenya, where the streets have erupted in anger, grief, and defiance, if you ask me. Now, what began as a protest, against the controversial finance bill has snowballed into a national uprising led by the country's youth, which we would call Gen Zs, at the forefront. On Sunday, July 7th, Kenya recorded its deadliest protest in years. 31 people reportedly killed, over 100 injured, and hundreds arrested across 17 counties. This is not just about policy anymore. It's about governance, economic pressure, police brutality, and a generation demanding for change. Kenya's President William Ruto has responded with force, ordering police to shoot violent protesters in the leg. But who defines violence? And at what cost? Human rights groups are raising alarm about excessive force, extrajudicial killings, and even disappearances. To help us unpack all of this and the situation on the ground, I'm joined by Maiche. He's a Kenyan journalist who has been reporting directly from the front line. He'll walk us through what's happening and what this means and where this might be headed. Dan, it's so good to have you join us. Thank you so much for joining us at short notice, and I welcome you to Hard Facts.
Having me, I'm grateful. Thank you for having me.
And we're having an interference with your audio. We can barely hear you. There's something that's interfering. I don't know. Are you using a microphone? Or are you using anything else? Because there's an interference of sort.
No. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but it's muffled. It's really bad. I can barely.
Okay, give me a minute and get back to you, please.
All right, please. Thank you very much. If you can sort it out, because we really want to hear what you're saying. So we'll take a quick break, Lagos. Once my guest is able to adjust his audio, we will come back to this conversation. This is still Hard Fact, 99.3 Nigeria Info. This is Global Review. Are you curious about what's happening in the world of politics beyond your borders? Tune into Global Review as we bring you the latest political stories from across the globe.
Many Palestinians, hundreds of thousands of Palestinians, are forced off their land by that conflict. So one starting fact is 5.9 million Palestinians are refugees.
But what we don't realize is that what's happening in the Congo is happening in your backyard as well. 6 million people, over 6 million people have died in the Congo because it's the same. Right? In the DRC, we have militia groups, we have neighborhood trees, but why are they fighting? What people die is to get control of our resources.
Join me, Maryann Okon, as we dive deep into the most pressing issues, uncovering the truth and analyzing the impact on a global scale. From the corridors of power in Washington to the bustling streets of Accra, we've got you covered. We'll take you on a journey through different political systems, exploring the challenges and triumphs of the nation near and far. Hear from world leaders, experts.
Hey Lagos, don't forget that you too can win money on here on Nigerian Info, courtesy of oneplay.ng. Now I know I have said this time and time again, but does the money ever get too much? All you have to do is go to the website www.oneplay.ng. That's numeral oneplay.ng. And when you get to that website, pick your station, Nigeria Info, follow the instructions, and in a few seconds your ticket will be in the draw. A ticket is 500 naira, so you can pay with 500 naira or more. And if you don't have a smartphone, well, not to worry. All you have to do is dial code *347 *880 *3#. *347 *880 *3#. Now, playing with 500 naira or more can also get your tickets in the draw. Now, remember that the more you play, the better your chances of winning every day. There's money to be won on Money Crossfire. There's money to be won on WhatsApp Lagos. 3 people, in fact, win 25,000 on the WhatsApp Lagos show. And on Sunny side, there's money to be won on there as well. Yes, there's also money to be won on Game On shows, weekday, weekend, money everywhere. But that's not even all, because every Friday there's a jackpot of 50,000 naira per show, and you, my guy, can get some of that money. Make sure you're playing during the week. Get qualified for the weekly. Your chances of winning are still the same. on a smartphone with the website www.oneplay.ng, or you're doing it on a digital phone or a small phone. Yes, that small toddler phone. If you're dialing the code star 347 star 880 star 3 hash, either ways, your chances of winning are still the same. Okay, remember to play responsibly, ladies. Tell a friend to tell a friend. If you're under 18, this is not your group chat. Please, you can now excuse us. All right then, 18 and above, let's start playing and let's start winning. There's money on ground. Do you want to get it?
Introducing the essence of true authenticity in fragrance, Wazobia Perfume, the correct scent. A unique blend that captivates the authentic spirit of Nigeria, now available in perfume and body spray variants. Designed for everyone. Yes, Wazobia is a unisex fragrance perfect for both men and women. Its rich and versatile aroma is a statement of inclusivity and unity. Unleash your confidence with each and every spray. Are you a retailer or do you love to buy in bulk? We've got you covered across Nigeria. Wazobia Perfume comes in cartons of 24 bottles and the body spray is available in cartons of 48 bottles. Interested in making Wazobia Perfume a part of your collection or store? For carton purchases, contact us at the email address contact@wazobiacosmetics.ng or call us at 0201 330 0047. That is 0201 330 0047. Our team is ready to assist you with you. Wazobia Perfume, the correct scent. Your new signature fragrance is to call or click away. Authentic, unisex, confidence, Wazobia.
When the news breaks,
When people need to be heard,
with interviews that matter.
trust your number one talk station to have you covered.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
All right, we're back from that break. Apologies, we're trying to fix the audio of my guest. Duncan Maiche is joining us live from Kenya. Danche, let's see if your audio is better now. Oh my, same. Yeah, we're trying to fix it. Your audio is still bad. I don't know if you could use like an earpiece or a headphone because I think that it's your device's audio ports that's giving us that feedback. In the meantime, for those of you who do not know, Nairobi has turned really, really violent. Like I did say, I gave you statistics. Young people forefront of any abating any time. Even as the president has given an order that they should be shot at sight in the leg if they are violent. The big question is, how can you determine violent? If I'm screaming at that make me violent. If I'm saying the president does so it does put the police and security in a hard place. Is watching what's happening. And I hear about 17 counties appearances, which has led to an eyebrow and saying what on people ask for good government, ask about what's happening, how it's being I'm trying to choose my words carefully here in the case of Nairobi and in the case of Kenya, because there are two sides to it. Of course, the government is saying, well, you've enjoyed some sort of freedom and people pay your way and all of this aid, but then we must go beyond relying on aid as we do here in Nigeria. And so the people are like, wait a minute, why does he have to be there? Have to tighten. But then the bigger question is, been a better way for the government to respond to this other than how it is responding to or handling the issue? My guest is back here. Let's hope that his audio is better. Yes, I think that your audio is way better now. Can you speak now? It seems a bit better. Oh my goodness, it's a bit better, but that audio thing keeps coming up. Anyway, just go ahead and tell us what the picture is right now because we don't have too much time. Go ahead. Duncan, can you go ahead and speak? Can you hear me? Audio problems from my and apologies. The problem now is from my end. I'm gonna try and see if I can just call you on my WhatsApp and you can just talk to us via WhatsApp, okay? Because we want to make best of the time that we have left on conversation. All right, thank you very much. Time. So Duncan, I'm just let's have another time that we have. Okay. Let's go that way. I'm gonna go that route right now. Duncan, we're gonna call you with our studio line, if you don't mind. That way we can have a proper conversation. Okay. These things happen. It happens all the time. Happens all the time. Okay. As much as possible to see if we can. Let's get Duncan here via hello Duncan, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Lovely. About what's happening on the ground. A lot of people are I've heard certain people who are in support of what the government is doing saying that the government is trying to wane Kenyans off of aid and an expectation reality, and now adjust to their new reality, and the people not necessarily are this, but then there are also those who there would have been a better way of the government handling this issue for it to not have escalated to where it is. Your thoughts?
First of all, whatever I take from yesterday's statement of police to shoot people in the leg, I take out of touch with the reality. This is just a country that one people in a single day from around more than 16 counties across the country. We expected that he should have been remorseful and at least passed some condolence to the families that lost their loved ones, and then speak to Kenya like a father of the nation. But he's someone who is responding to a cry of a kid with a bullet. When you speak to a lot of Kenyans on the streets, and maybe when you look around on social media, most of the Kenyans say the president is out of touch with the reality, because what started as a cry for good governance has now ended up into police brutality, police responding with guns, police responding with batons. The youngest person who was killed on Monday was a 12-year-old girl who was watching a TV in his mother's sitting room, begging the question, was she protesting? Could it be this just overzealous cops who are out there who have been given orders, go and shoot haphazardly. It has gotten to a point where most of the Kenyans think it has gotten to a point where they have to speak to the younger generation. The younger generation, most of the people who went to school. These are people who have degrees. Whenever you attend those demonstrations, you will find doctors who have organized themselves. They have pitch-up camps in churches. If someone is hit with a canister or a bullet, they rush these people to be taken care of before they are taken to hospitals. This is a young generation, people who are yearning for change, people who are speaking to power about the run-up corruption. Recently, President William Ruto claimed he's building a church that is being said to be is mostly likely to cost around 1.2 billion Kenyan shilling. This is a lot of money. This is a country that is still crippling with corruption, crippling with the poverty. Almost half of the people living in Nairobi, they cannot afford 2 meals a day. Those are the questions these young people are asking. The reality is most of Kenyans feel maybe the president does not understand the magnitude of the problem that these young people are trying to show him around, telling him, we are not about you. This is not about you. This is about good governance, fight corruption, end police brutality. If we talk about a 12-year-old young girl being killed on Monday, was she part of the protest? Another one, a 14-year-old young boy shot in Majengo, Nairobi slum. These are young people who are never part of the protest. What are the orders that the government is giving the police? Now you hear President Ruto saying it is a plot to remove him from power through unconstitutional means. This he's trying to put it on the opposition figures. His former deputy president, Rigathi Gachagua, and other opposition leaders. As we speak, there are a few other people who are facing terrorism charges. Terrorism charges, these are among the worst of the worst crimes worst of the worst crimes someone can label against you in this country. So we are waiting to see, but from the look of things, maybe the president is not getting it right.
Okay, Duncan, because I have just 1 minute and I know that you have a meeting to run to. In 1 minute,
yes.
Will William Ruto be able to run for another term, being that his first tenure has been bedeviled with all kinds of things? And like you have said, he probably may not be in touch with the realities on the ground. Will he ever be able to surmount this challenge in 60 seconds?
William Ruto will run for another term. Like today, one of his strong allies, a member of the Justice Committee and the Foreign Affairs in the National Assembly from this community. You know, our politics is very tight. And his community is saying we must serve 2 terms just like the previous president. William Ruto will serve for another term, but I don't think if it is going to be easy for him on the ballot. It is going to be the hotly contested election made in the history of this country come 2027 August.
But is there a possibility that this issue can be resolved amicably? And what would you, if you were to be an advisor to the president, what would you prescribe that he does to deal with this issue in closing?
William Ruto needs to follow the Constitution, implement the Constitution. That's it. Fight corruption, implement the Constitution to the latter. Respect court orders. Court orders are not pieces of papers. That is the problem. Deal with police brutality. In the last 1 month, over 20 people have been killed or have died in the hands of police officers in various police cells in the country. Address these issues. These are the issues. These issues don't make the national dialogue that the former opposition leader Raila Odinga is proposing, because in Kenya most of these dialogues have been a table for politicians to share the loot.
All right.
It is not, they don't address the issues that directly concern the Kenyans.
I want to say thank you. Duncan is a journalist from Nairobi, Kenya, speaking with us via telephone. Thank you so much, Dan, and good luck on your meeting. Thank you. All right. Well, Lagos, we're going to go on a quick break. When we come back, we'll be talking more.
Tell them say now better know all the time. Never tell yourself, make you follow join for the get betting options. Fast cash out. Mission so they engage you and get welcome bonus with reach 200,000 naira. Better know the game don't start. Make you the bet responsibly. Now only for people who don't pass 18 years. Better know na proud partner of Aston Villa.
I don't know, man. These days, all you hear is save, invest, save, Wait, how do you guys find this money? Is it not someone that is settled that will have money to save and invest? And even if I manage to invest or save, the interest rates are so low. And one can lose money in all these crypto, NFT, blockchain, and so on.
Introducing Fund 724. It's a simple solution to all your money goals. With as low as 1,000 naira or that urgent 2K in your pocket, you can start saving with Fund 724 and earn solid returns on your investment. And you can withdraw your money from your account for free. Anytime you like, just dial *724# on your mobile phone and follow the prompts.
Oh, so no need to download an app or join a long queue, huh?
Dial *724# now to get started. Fund 724 is available 24/7. Guarantee Trust Fund Managers is a subsidiary of Guarantee Trust Holding Company PLC and regulated by the Securities and Exchange Commission.
Hey, rewards don't land. When I buy airtime and data on any network,
I get up to 10% cash back.
I pay my NEPA, DSTV, or StarTimes on card.
3% cash back.
Now so, Smart Cash back don't get reloaded.
And they load my wallet.
Hey, it's the Smart Cash back reloaded. Top up airtime or data on any network and get up to 10% cash back, or pay your electricity or cable TV bill and get 3% cash back sharply. Only on Smart Cash. No dull yourself. Download the Smart Cash app or dial *939# to start today. Terms and conditions dey sha.
What you're about to taste is so hot, it's got basket mouth singing.
Mini Niger pepper flavor. Yeah. Mini Niger pepper flavor. Chris. Heat.
Nothing brings the heat like the bold taste of Mini-Me Noodles Niger Pepper Flavor. Try it today and see for yourself. Mini-Me Noodles Niger Pepper Flavor. Slap it like it's hot.
There is something about good news. You can't keep it to yourself.
Guys, it has finally happened.
There is something about joy. You can't keep it to yourself. And there is something about the rich taste of Lipton. You can't keep it to yourself.
When you get something you enjoy, you share. Lipton Yellow Label. Tea so good, you want to share.
My ions, please, can't get enough. My ions, please, give it to me now. It gon' rehydrate you, yeah. Replenish your ions with Pocari Sweat. Rehydrate you faster, easy we observe. Pocari Sweat, give me some more. Pocari Sweat.
Every day is about winning with one play on Nigeria Info. On Nigeria Info, daily winnings is now over 150,000 naira. Just go to oneplay.ng or dial *347 *880 *3#. Play with as little as 500 naira, and in a few seconds, your ticket is in the draw. The more you play, the better your chances of winning every day on the Morning Crossfire, WhatsApp Lagos, and Game On shows on weekdays, and the Football Frenzy shows on weekends. But that's not all. Every Friday, there will be a 500,000 naira jackpot. Playing during the week automatically qualifies you for the weekly jackpot. Your chances of winning are the same whether you play on oneplay.ng or dial *347 *880 *3#. Remember to play responsibly. Not suitable for persons under the age of 18. OnePlay is a registered trademark under Lasho Trading Services Limited, licensed by the Lagos State Lotteries and Gaming Commission.
For every Naija man, woman, pikin, and the future wey we dey hustle for, two strong names don finally jam. Na confidence bind us together. Dis na Naija wey everyday dey show you say better fit happen. As you dey hustle, dey push, and dey try to make life better, you suppose waka with strong mind. But make we yarn as e be, confidence pass hope. E mean say no matter your waka, no matter who you be, you get who dey your back. Dem go stand for your matter, hold ground, make you no fall. Salam Alliance sabi say confidence no be for only people wey get levels. E belong to everybody wey dey try. Na why we join hand. Two strong bodies don turn one heartbeat to give you the main protection wey go follow you for this life journey. Whether na for business, family or for your daily bread, we dey your side. As we don jam, we go fit protect you pass before. Dey do more together and dey carry each other dey go front. Sanlam plus Alliance don be one name. Sanlam Alliance. Make una waka your life with confidence.
Ewo! Na so I dey on my own. Na a message enter my phone. Fiam. I can't click am. Fiam. Na so my money for account go. Fiam. Hey! If to say na Airtel you dey use, them for first alert you before you click am. Airtel dey identify spammers, then alert them customers with AI-powered service to make sure say you no fall mugu for wuruwuru scam messages. No charges, no subscription needed. Me sef dey go join Airtel. Fiam.
Airtel, a reason to imagine.
It's amazing how your child grows up before your eyes. Enable their thriving development and the care they need with the new NanKid 4 with HMOs to support your child's development, probiotics to help your child's digestion and development, and high-quality proteins to support age-appropriate growth. And all of these work together to support your child's development and growth today and tomorrow. NanKid 4. Nourish your child's potential.
Hey, my people, it all set again. One heavy sound where they rise from the soil of Africa.
Are you ready? Are you
now,
ready?
2025, the African Press Experience, where they come with fire. Now, Friday, July 11th, now 8 p.m. sharp. Now, the Rock Cathedral, Lekki, Lagos. Heaven go open, worship go scatter everywhere. Now, Pastor Paul Adefarasi go dey lead the night, and he dey bring serious men and women of God. Israel Houghton, Dusin Oyeko, Nathaniel Bassi, Adeyinka Alaseyori, Onos, Prince Emmanuel, Bidemi Olaoba, BJ Sax, Iben, Gesi Baba, Mr. Emma Revelation, Limo Blaze, Ima Oh My God, Minister GUC, IB Quake, LMGC. You go fit miss anything, but this one, I beg no carry last. 2025, he go to choke.
Every day when my children return from school, I don't recognize them. Hello, do I know you?
It's us, mommy.
But these dirty, sweaty uniforms and socks, we're clean in the morning. Everything don't transform. I understand though. School is hectic. It takes energy to come home this transformed. So I make sure they have some nutritious Milo at breakfast.
Your kids need nourishing energy. Give them Milo at breakfast. It has nutrients that support energy release to help them get the most out of their day. Milo, energy to go further.
Hi, this is Nene from the boat safety team. You can't see us, but we're right here with you on every boat ride. To your left is the ride insurance team. We insure your ride as soon as your trip starts. To your right is the record audio team. We keep a recording of your trip for 24 hours in case you need it later. And behind you is the customer support team, ready to chat 24/7. We're the boat safety team, by your side on every ride.
Every day is about winning with one play on Nigeria Info. On Nigeria Info, daily winnings is now over 150,000 naira. Just go to oneplay.ng or dial *347 *880 *3#. Play with as little as 500 naira, and in a few seconds, your ticket is in the draw. The more you play, the better your chances of winning every day on the Morning Crossfire, WhatsApp Lagos, and Game On shows on weekdays, and the Football Frenzy shows on weekends. But that's not all. Every Friday, there will be a 500,000 naira jackpot. Playing during the week automatically qualifies you for the weekly jackpot. Your chances of winning are the same whether you play on oneplay.ng or dial *347 *880 *3#. Remember to play responsibly. Not suitable for persons under the age of 18. OnePlay is a registered trademark under Lasho Trading Services Limited, licensed by the Lagos State Lotteries and Gaming Commission.
This is Nigeria, where every new day brings a fresh chance to dream bigger, push harder, and live confidently. But true confidence is more than hope. It's knowing that no matter where you are, no matter who you are, you're protected and At Sanlam Alliance, we believe confidence isn't just for a few, it's the right of everyone. That's why we have come together, uniting the strength of a Pan-African giant and a global leader to give you the financial protection and solutions you need to succeed. Because when we come together, we protect more, we achieve more, and we all rise together. Sanlam and Alliance is now Sanlam Alliance. Sanlam Alliance. Live with confidence.
Little body, big moves. Little brain, big learning. Your little child is eager to do big things. Every sachet of Cerelac Junior comes with the nutrition they need: natural grains, protein, and iron to support their physical growth, learning, and development. So you can fully enjoy your little one's big moments of growth.
Na so I did on my own. Na a message enter my phone. Fiam. I can't click am. Fiam. Na so my money for account go. Fiam. Hey. If to say na Airtel you dey use, them for first alert you before you click am. Airtel they identify spammers, then alert them customers with AI powered service to make sure say you no fall mugu for wuruwuru scam messages. No charges, no subscription needed. Me self they go join Airtel. Fiam.
Airtel, a reason to imagine.
See, everybody with him own wahala. Every day comes with its own version of challenges, and you have to be ready to face them, because only then can you move on to the next. That's why I never miss my breakfast. Scratch that! My peak breakfast, with the nutrients and energy I need to face each day, one challenge at a time.
Every day is a good day to power on with a peak breakfast. Have you had your peak? Reach for your peak. Charlatan Quality Anti-Malaria contains Artemether and lumefantrine, available in cherry-flavored dispersible tablets with very convenient dosing for kids. Charlatan is also available in tablets for adults. Knock out malaria in 3 days with Charlatan from Shalina Healthcare. If symptoms persist after 3 days, consult your doctor. Charlatan is endorsed by the Nigerian Medical Association.
Welcome back to your number one talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
Millions of listeners trust us on Hard Facts. Whether it's politics, social issues, controversies, and trending stories, you know we're credible and objective.
It's Hard Facts with Maryann Okon on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
We're back. It's still Global Review on Hard Facts, 99.3 Nigeria Info. And we're in Kenya, looking at the protest and what's been happening. Of course, the latest is the president giving an order that they should shoot every violent protester in the foot. Very interesting. My guest, Duncan Maiche, is an ITV journalist who joined us from Nairobi, Kenya, giving us a clear picture of what's happening on the ground. Most importantly, or notably, he has continuously emphasized that Kenyans at this point believe that the president is out of touch. And he said the protest has gone beyond that finance bill. It's now about good governance. It's about police brutality. It's about a lot of things. And now that the president has given that, order to law enforcement, obviously this has, one way or the other, portrayed him in a bad light for certain people who are watching from the outside, especially civil society. But what I want us to focus our attention on, especially as we open up the phone line to have this conversation, is the similarity between the protest in Kenya and the 2020 October protest in Nigeria. The brazenness of the Kenyan government is the only thing that's different from the cowardice that was displayed by the Nigerian government hiding behind uniformed men and everyone denying that they sent them or not, whether they sent them or not. up until today, obviously, people are still missing. People have died. Of course, at some point, the government of Lagos said, "Oh, if people died, produce their bodies." But then I do remember sometime last year or 2 years ago, I think I was in England when that story broke that a hospital was about to, mass bury some bodies which they attached to the October 2020 NSAS protests. But while that is still shrouded in a lot of secrecy and people going back and forth and lying through their teeth, we're looking at a clear case in Nairobi, Kenya, where the people are saying, well, we want good governance. There's too much corruption and we want an end to it. And you have to listen to us. But unfortunately, the government responded with force. And that response did not in any way deter the people because they continue to show up. More people have been killed. In fact, my guest, the journalist, continuously emphasized on 2 young people who were killed by stray bullets. One sat in the house watching television, and another young person probably on his way going somewhere, 14-year-old, killed also. And he kept asking, are these people violent? Were they even protesters? And the way the government is going, the government of Kenya is going about it, is this going to help solve the situation? But of course, I've asked questions about if this might put Ruto on his way out. But he also emphasized on something which I think is worthy of note, that the voting pattern in Nairobi, Kenya, or in Kenya, the whole country, is based on ethnicity. And I can tell you firsthand because I have been to Kenya one too many times. And the very first time I visited Kenya, I was accosted by soldiers on my way to the airport when I was leaving. And even while I was in the city, I could tell that there was that ethnic divide. And they would ask you if you were Kikuyi, or they would ask, the other tribe. Even soldiers had to ask me, what tribe are you from? Thinking that I was Kenyan. And he said something that's, struck me. That because they are very tribalistic people, that Ruto might find his way back into government because they would want him to serve his full tenure as his predecessor. But so while we just oppose what's happened in Kenya, side by side what happened in Nigeria in October 2020, let's talk. Why are African governments the way they are? Why can't we address issues, dialogue, as opposed to using force? And where does this lead us to at the end of the day? I mean, one would have thought, if it was Nigeria, after that, look at what happened in October 2020. Everybody just went back. Nobody's protesting. Nobody wants to die. But these young people, the Gen Zs of Kenya, they continue to show up. And they are not backing down. They're not backing down, not anytime soon, until they get what they want. And that's why I asked my guest, could the government have dealt with this issue differently? And he said, well, they're picking and choosing which laws to obey. He said, obey court judgments and the rule of law. Be accountable to the people. Do not use force. What does that remind you of? 0201-277-0993. This is Global Review. 0201-277-0993. You could join the conversation. We're live on Facebook and on YouTube, Nigeria Info FM. We would love to hear from you, Lagos. Let's go. Welcome to Global Review. Turn off your radio, please.
Maryann Okon.
Yes.
Emeka is the name from Spotlight Town. Thank you so much for bringing that guest that just spoke. You see, African leaders have a culture of impunity based on the fact that they're not there to serve. They're there to lord it over the people. If you're a servant leader, if you understand what democracy is all about, and you're there to serve your people, there's no way you'll be matching a peaceful protest with the force of boots and guns, to the extent of giving a direct order to shoot at sight at young Kenyans who are demanding good governance, accountability. So akin to what happened here in Nigeria and some other African countries where we find leaders who have kind of eclipsed all the institutions of the state. So they are there only for their own selfish end. Because what he claims to be doing for the people of Kenya, trust me, if he were to be matching words with action, let's assume that he and his cabinet members are actually sacrificing. And the people are seeing that these people are matching words with action. They're actually there to serve. That protest wouldn't go on. But African leaders are always there, and they're all operating with one tool, the tool of tribalism, ethnicity, and religion. It has kept Africa grounded. But unlike what is happening here in Nigeria, the youth of Kenya have woken up. There's a renaissance taking place in the whole of Africa. That consciousness is now coming back to the youths to understand that power actually belongs to them. And don't also forget that most of these African leaders are just surrogates. They are not there to represent their people. They are there to represent Western interests. Hence, they're determined to perpetuate themselves in power. No wonder ECOWAS and AU have become toothless bulldogs, because when you look at the pedigree and character of those who make up the composition of this union, there's nothing that they can give back to the people.
All right.
Hence, we see what we're seeing here. But unfortunately, let me say fortunately, I'm glad that the youths of Africa are waking up. And I hope that Nigeria will follow suit.
Thank you, Emeka. Amazing information that you put out there. Yes, for Kenya, and I must say that something that I see in the Gen Zs of Kenya is that there is no going back for them. No matter what you bring, they're still occupying. I'm guessing that if it was Nigeria and they said shoots everybody on the leg, nobody's going to come out the next day. But turn on the news, the streets of Kenya still full of Gen Zs. Hello.
Yeah, Action Lady, good evening.
Good evening.
Quick one. This is Chris from Ikui.
Mm-hmm.
Kenya, they belong to United Nations, right?
Everyone belongs to the United Nations. Yes, nah.
Yeah? What?
Yes, go ahead, Chris.
So what are they waiting for? Until they kill all the people in Kenya?
What has Chris. What has the United Nations done about the children that are being killed in Palestine? The ones that are killed in Ukraine? The ones that have been killed in Iran? The children that have been killed in Afghanistan?
To stop this?
I don't understand what position exactly. They only speak. They only appeal. They don't necessarily have the powers, do they? I mean, in the light of all that's been happening lately.
They appeal with what is happening in Kenya? Because we make excuse for all these organizations.
Nobody's making excuses. I'm asking you, from what you've seen that's been playing out across the globe, what has the United Nations been able to do about it?
Oh, God. The police themselves, they ask you to shoot them on the leg. And there is no police now. If you shoot on the leg, does that mean that person will not die? These are not criminals. These are people who are protesting. They want good governance. That's all. Then when we talk, they say, the military is the worst, whatever. These people are worse than the military. Thank you.
Thank you very much for calling. 020127709993. Welcome to Global Review. Hello.
Hello, Maryann.
Good evening.
Good evening. Yeah, this is the one.
Mm-hmm.
You see, if you say now we in Nigeria, we don't run inside though. Nobody will come out. But I believe we in Nigeria, we are going to wake up, because what happened to Kenyan people that make them to come out? I used to watch them on France 24, because they show them every day by an African something like that. The way you are pursuing them, they will just give you chance on the way you are pursuing them. They will go and stand the other side and mobilize themselves again. But Nigeria, we are so fearful. It's only talk we can talk. When we talk, we enter our room, lock our door. That is the end. Then the thing where they happen, they go. So I don't know whether we are going to exchange, bring the Kenyans to come and teach us how to stand on our rights. Then Nigeria will go there and live there, because I believe that man must surrender. No matter what. If he didn't surrender, the Kenyans will never leave the road. I'm sure of that. Because what I see and what I hear from them, no. You cannot stop them for what they want to do. But we should emulate them. We should copy them. do the same thing because we are not in good time with government here. The government is not helping us, and we are not helping ourselves also. So thank you.
Thank you very much, AJ, for calling. We're still talking Global Review, looking at what's happening in Kenya. My guest has said, if this must stop, the president must obey the rule of law, obey court judgments, and of course, listen to the plea of the people. But then the president is responding with force. Shoot every violent protester on the foot. So far, several have died. Many hundreds have been injured. And I'm asking, if we place this side by side with what happened in October 2020, what are the similarities? Don't forget, my guest also emphasized on the fact that when I asked the question about if Ruto, because it looks like Ruto has not even gotten a break since he became president, if you must remember. It's been one problem or the other. And I'm asking, will this one way or the other dent his ability to return as president? And he said, well, surprisingly, Ruto might return as president because in Kenya, they vote along ethnic and tribal lines. Ring a bell? Welcome to Hard Facts.
Yeah, hello.
Good evening.
Yeah, Maduka from Festac.
Go ahead, Maduka.
Yeah. The difference. Actually, the NSAS was something near to what's happening in Kenya. Though somehow, the celebrities or whatever bungled it and turned into something else. So it was organic. It was very close, but somewhere it was mismanaged. But the fact remains that there is something peculiar about Gen Z. In Nigeria, when P2B came out, P2B had more young Yorubas, young South Southerners, more young, even the Northerners. Those young people, they wanted a new Nigeria. Well, whatever happened. Now everything, their mind has been bastardized back to ethnicity, but tribalism. The Yoruba is superior, Igbo is superior, Greek is superior. So it has come down to that. They are no more united as they were, using the power of social media to connect themselves. They look at themselves as Igbo, so they kept saying and fighting. So it has been somehow diluted by the politician, and they've succeeded. I don't know how that will be built up again, but until that is done, we are still back to our tribal basis.
Okay.
But for them, and by the way, there are many tribes in Kenya, but they've been able to just grow above that and hold themselves together.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much for calling. I do appreciate it. We need to take all the calls. Hello. Welcome to Hard Facts. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Good evening. You're my last caller. You have 60 seconds.
Okay, Bia Kimbo is my name. I'm calling from Niva.
Go ahead, please.
Thank you very much. Yes, you asked a question as to why Africans vote along ethnic lines. You see, the reason is not far-fetched. Most of African countries happen to be a creation of the Western world, be it Portugal, Britain, or Germany, or wherever. And for that reason, people are not seeing themselves as one. They see themselves as different tribes, not just one country. And as a result, somebody from their region can perform so badly and they vote him back. Mm-hmm. So, and this should have been the function of our leaders to ensure that serious sensitization is done. Reorientation.
Okay.
We have come together, it's not by accident, that we can live together peacefully.
Okay.
I think that is needed.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Kimbo, for calling, and I do appreciate it. We have to go, Lagos. On the other side of the clock, we're still talking coalition. This time, the APC will be joining us in the studio to talk about why they think the coalition is a fraud. 99.3 Nigeria Info. I'm Maryann Okon. We will be right back after this break.
More news and information coming up. We'll be back in a moment. 99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. 99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. 99.3